everyone, Haley here, and you are listening to an NC Cutting Edge Counseling production. NCCEC is a trauma therapy practice based in North Carolina. Learn more at nccec.com. That's nccec.com. Content warnings and where to find us will be found in the episode descriptions. Get in, loser. Let's do a fucking show.
Whew. All right, everyone. Well, welcome to What's in the Box.
What's in the box?
Trauma.
An indeterminate amount of time is what's in the box. What a dense ep that was. How's everyone feeling?
Confused.
Yeah, there's a lot of world building in this episode.
Yeah.
Like a lot of world building that isn't in our timeline. That's the craziest part.
Yeah.
Neither of them are in our timeline.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun doing some info dump. I mean, you know.
Yeah, finally get to like have a first full episode with Gheverax and Zelda's kind of quote unquote final send off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fun to have a send off be between your new character and your old character and this random NPC.
Yeah, the jerk off sesh.
How was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, like I've said numerous times, it's very sad to see her go. I am glad that she got the end that I think was best case scenario as far as being my PC. I am sad to see her go, but I am very excited to have Gheverax become a part of the party and see where this insanely different angle of a character will take us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, very, very different vibes from Zelda already.
Yeah. Very, very much so.
That was, and you guys that play with me often enough know I like to switch things up when I do back-to-back characters. I try to go kind of as far from what I just did as humanly possible. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm still a spellcaster, but insanely different type of spellcaster, insanely different type of character, and I like to switch it up.
Yeah. God, this was a dense fucking ep. I don't even know where to start.
How's fucking Kadima feeling with all of this?
Yeah.
I feel like you got hit the hardest throughout this whole episode.
Yeah, that was intentional.
My man lived a normal life like a month ago.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
not
a soldier.
even normal, like a soldier's life where everything is very cut and dry.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, regimented, but he also like I said when we were all on the boat, like he tries to take his orders and bend them to the point of still being able to be helpful, and so that it's not fully just like following orders, because he doesn't like that. He thinks regardless of what side anything is on, following orders to a T is a way to like complacency. Mm-hmm. And he enjoys thinking for himself and actively trying to do good. Whether or not that goes against orders, that's just his whole thing, especially because we haven't really gotten into it, but like the way that his father has ruled things and his upbringing, which Casey and I have loosely talked about, like the kind of father, because it's not the same as like Eldon's. He wasn't like abusive, he wasn't anything like this. He didn't have a father, he had a general.
Yeah, military dad.
Yeah, his dad, like, he has always been sir. Yeah. And like that's been the whole thing. So now that I think this is the longest he's been gone from home on like any kind of mission since like this. But yeah, it was a conscious choice to like, Kadima is questioning everything that's going on and like is open-minded to like, could be this, but it could also be this, and like we don't have any definitive answers, so we have to operate on both or like multiple things being true at the same time. So it's fun, and I wanted to like lean more into that, like, okay, you guys we're talking, we're doing this thing, I'm gonna step outside, I need to take a minute for myself, I have to like just being in that headspace, which is different than Malik, where Malik was very headstrong and just like, okay, I'm taking this as it is.
Yeah.
This is fact now because it's been said.
Like, I've got no other information, so this must be true. It's just like, well, Kadima's like, well, but what about this and this and this? And like,
Which is also a Derek thing. I constantly am thinking of 15 different outcomes for things and dealing with this. So that's the self-insert part.
yeah. But how about Mish? Mish loves information, and you got a lot of
I
different
got a
information.
lot of information, and one person that's real. The Earth is flat over here.
It is a flat Earth.
Jesus Christ!
If you've seen the map, it's a flat Earth. Yeah.
Canonically, yeah.
Canon.
No, yeah, no, how's Mish parsing all this information out? And
Ooh, he's going to have a lot of fun relaying what's going on, because we have this. We have the meeting with the shadowy secret organization after this.
Yeah, we get to go to a meeting with those guys after this.
yeah.
Man, I can't wait to debrief. The debrief is going to be real nice.
Saying, what about Eldon? Before we even get into the end of the episode, how is Eldon feeling about all this information too?
So not including the end of the episode. Eldon's kind of in a place of like, yeah, of course there's fucking wars happening all over and the gods suck everywhere and the world's way bigger than I ever thought it was. Like, he's kind of let go of assumptions
This is like
at this point, and he's just like, yeah, this is happening.
Yep.
I love
Chill.
that little fuck the 10.
Yeah.
They're in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Fuck the
great.
10. He hates the 10.
Fuck 10.
There's something cool about that too. The way that Eldon, like, regardless of the scale of what's going on, it's just like, yeah, that is happening. Of course it is. And seeing how Eldon is like, it feels like compartmentalization of like, yeah, yes, of course that's happening, but now the scale of it is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
I was like, oh, cool. They're not just
Yeah.
fucking us. They fucked a whole other plane of existence that
Yeah.
I was only vaguely aware of.
Yeah, just more reasons to hate them.
Yeah.
He did start to worry about Zelda when Gav like mentioned that he was part of that organization. He was like, "Oh shit! Like, we don't know if we trust them yet."
I did like the little like, hey, just checking in. You
Yeah,
still good?
yeah, just
You
a
live?
little- yeah.
This new dude didn't just murder you, did he?
Yeah. I
You
don't
still
know.
a bean?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That was really fun, and yeah, just from the world building like perspective of it, it was very fun to just be like, all right, it's like you guys got a lot going on, but here's another just bomb to drop in the middle of you guys to consider as well.
Yeah, fucking 8,000. The year 8,000. The fuck, dude.
It's
Who knows?
the
just
year
fucked up
8000
our
of
entire-
what? Well, I mean, like that's the fun part where it's like, is the 40 like what you said we were 45.99?
49.
49.99. Yeah.
So that number, my
Is it
immediate
3,000
assumption.
years back? Is
No.
it
My
8,000 years back?
immediate assumption is that the 8,000 years, that war that happened, is time before the gods won.
Yeah.
Let it reset.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's like 13, 14,000 years ago. Like that's
It's a real,
that's my
a real
thought.
AD BC kind of situation.
Yeah.
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 Could be.
But to Misha's point, it could have been 8,000 or 3,000 years before.
Yeah.
And they still think it's year 8,000, but we think it's the
Could
year
be a different
5,000.
whole ass different calendar.
Yeah.
We're dealing
That's
with
another thing I could just
Gregorian
use.
and
Yeah.
what was the other calendar?
The Mayan calendar.
Mayan calendar.
Yeah.
We had different recollections of time.
Time is so much fun.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's the benefit of being like, okay, well, I had to choose a year that we're in now. It's like, okay, now I can start fucking with time things again.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I'm not again for the first time because I very much did not want to, but I was like, now we're getting into some shit I kind of have to.
Yeah, the only time you had to keep up with was how many months until everything implodes.
Yep, which I'm still only loosely getting.
T minus.
T minus 10 months.
Yeah.
Unless we're on a 10-month calendar, then T minus 8 months.
No, it's a 12-month calendar.
we did establish that
Yeah.
in the lost episode.
I'm still poking at it.
Don't tempt me. But yeah, this was a lot of
Casey,
fun.
no, it's not even. There's nothing to poke. You don't want to make extra work for yourself.
No, exactly. This is 12-month calendar.
Come on.
Yeah, introducing a new little NPC and some new information.
Yeah.
I really like
Vidon.
this dude.
Yeah.
I like Vidon.
Yeah.
And yeah, just giving you guys more shit to be like, what's our next step?
Yep.
Well, and that's the beauty of this is that like we could just all the stuff with the Astral Sea, crumple it up. Okay,
Put it to the
whatever
side.
the fuck that means.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
did with the
That-
body.
Yeah, exactly. It's because at this rate, it's still nothing.
Yeah,
It's just like that could have happened however long ago. That could have
Happened yesterday.
happened yesterday. It could happen 3,000 years from now? We don't know.
We just don't know yet.
It's so interesting coming in as this new character because like you guys as the established party don't know what you're doing next. Gheverax has a very clear next step. Get to the bar.
Does he have an uncle to kill?
No.
Avunculicide.
But no, like he has a very clear next step. He has to get back to his people. He has to let them know he's still alive. And he's also kind of a fly by the seat of his pants kind of guy, so he doesn't really care about what he does next. But it's interesting being that the other side of watching the whole established party, like, what do we do? Like, I don't know. And he's like, I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to my people, and I'm going to see what they say, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, it's very much so. Like, all of us are coming out of high school and going into college, but not having any plan for what we're doing in college. None of us have picked majors yet, and we're all just kind of like, well, we could do this. This seems interesting, but
I'm
that's
just here
also
to party.
hard.
And there's only one person that has picked a major, but he has no idea how to go about signing up for the classes for that major.
And Gheverax is like a sophomore who just changed his major. He's like, I know what I'm doing.
Eldon is 100% a liberal arts major.
I was gonna say
specifically.
theater,
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
And I'm gonna fuck everyone on the cast.
Yeah, there you go.
Gev
True
went
experience.
3 years on one major, changed it up, and I was on his third year of his third switch of his major.
And could only use 2 classes for this new major that he already took. Because
Yeah, none of his credits are transferred.
Right.
I'm taking a lot of phys ed.
He's on his 3rd major and his 2nd college.
Phys ed and applied physics.
Kadima just got out of a
No, that's what I'm saying. That what Misha's
military
doing,
college, and then was like, okay, now I got to go to a regular college.
Yeah, I'm
You transferring
I'm at
from the
community
Naval
college now,
Naval
yeah.
Academy to the community
Yeah.
college.
Yeah, exactly.
Debating about joining the ROTC.
Yeah, I just got out of JROTC.
Yeah.
I love this.
Don't hit us with PTSD. We can't be doing that.
So speaking of PTSD,
Speaking of PTSD, that end of the episode, though.
that was insane. Haley, I'm so glad you failed that roll.
Yeah.
I'm so
No, that wasn't.
I think that was a
wasn't
success.
a fail. That wasn't a fail. That was a success. Yeah.
I wasn't aiming for anything, so I can't fail.
Question. What is the wording on that spell again?
Yeah, let's read it out. It's Seance. It's a 3rd level necromancy spell.
First 3rd level spell of the campaign used by a PC.
Yes.
Yeah, so you and 3 or more willing creatures lock hands to conjure a spirit from the afterlife to answer your questions. Describe or name a creature that's familiar to you. If the creature's soul is free and willing, it manifests as a ghostly specter. The spell fails if the spirit was the target of this spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask up to 3 questions of the specter. The specter knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the specter is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile or if it recognizes you as an enemy. There's a 5% chance that this spell contacts the wrong spirit, one which will answer questions untruthfully or ambiguously.
And as we all know, Casey really loves high-end 5%.
Yep.
It's never 1 to 5. It's 0 to 5. It's always 95, 100.
Hey, what can I say? You.
Also, that one little word that's in there, free. Free spirit.
No. Afterlife.
Well,
is
that
the
too.
bigger word.
Afterlife is the bigger one.
I mean, no, I think free is the bigger one, but
I think they're both valid. I think I read both. And,
I think you acted accordingly.
The implication of that is, Malik is dead. If you have to contact somebody in the afterlife, Malik is dead.
But he's not free.
Also, if it's connecting to a different entity, would they also have to be dead in the afterlife? Are the gods in the afterlife?
Well, it does say a different spirit. So, are the gods spirits? I mean, that's a huge philosophical question.
We don't know.
We don't know, but that is. Think of the implications.
yeah.
Oh, that scene has a fuck ton of implications
Oh, it
attached
does.
to it.
And it sounded like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Abyssia took over the call for a second, and then who was the sand god, the Echelon, like pushed Abyssia out of the way and is like, why the fuck are you using my stuff for? That very much so felt like the older brother coming in and was like, hey, you don't get to talk to him.
This one's mine.
The gods don't like other gods touching other things, and
They're very selfish.
That is a crazy interaction.
Yeah.
Because it did feel like, hey, it's my turn to use the phone now.
Mom said I get to use the Xbox.
Yeah, it is very much Eldon on this like kind of between this like tug of war because Eldon's connected to Abyssia now through Malik, but we're finding out Eldon also has this connection to Echelon, which seems to have become more pronounced now that Eldon's kind of consciously using their witch powers. That's kind of how we transitioned Eldon to a full level 5 witch. If you didn't catch our update video.
Because Eldon consciously used this spell.
Yeah.
This wasn't an accidental casting.
That is, Eldon got some new ink.
Oh man, so now we have 3 out of the 10 that are connected to this party.
And 3 out of the 4 connected to them. And 3 out of the 4 connected to them.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are.
So I'm picturing what was going on with Eldon's arm kind of being like black veins under the skin.
Yeah, it's very
different than what Kadima has going.
Yeah, it's very much like if you got a tattoo of like thorny vines, but they seem to have been like in the moment they were like crawling up their skin, like.
Or like when you get like an impression of a poisonous plant. On your skin.
It was my right arm, right?
Yeah, right arm.
Why are we right arming?
Twinsies.
We probably shouldn't high five with this.
Wait a second. No.
Or
We should.
You and Gev, we do the
Yeah, let's fucking go.
See what
and
happens.
we just have all the gods touching tips.
Yeah.
They'll love that.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, it could be a good distraction technique.
It could be. We could try it.
Yeah, no. So Haley had come to me and was like, "Hey, I really want like a manifestation of like Eldon becoming like a full witch," and then was also like on the stream was like, "I want to cast Seance," and I was like, "There it is. That's it. Now I have an idea."
That's perfect.
Yeah, because that's so great. Because all of the witch spells that Eldon had cast before were accidental, and this is the first time you've purposefully done it. And now Echelon's like, oh, you're using my shit now. What's up, dog?
It made sense because it was the first time like on screen that we've seen Eldon like consciously use their witch magic. But I imagine on the boat during your guys' training, that's something that you guys worked on. And so now,
Yeah, but I think it was mostly like hexes and things. I don't know that there was specific spells.
Because you would use hexes in combat and stuff.
Accidentally, and I think we were trying to figure out because we knew Eldon's magic was very like reactionary to how he was feeling.
Yeah.
And so I think during the boat ride, and this is like just retconning, pulling shit out of our ass, that like Eldon would have been like, so I can kind of do this sometimes, and I don't know what the triggering factor is. So we would do a bunch of stuff where we would kind of put Eldon into situations that were trying to replicate it and seeing what the triggering situations were.
I actually don't even know how much of a retcon that is. I seem to remember Eldon doing that with the invisibility portion. Like, hey, I can kind of do do this sometimes.
Become
like, we
unseen.
actually did
go
that.
unseen.
So.
Yeah.
we touched on it, and then I assumed that it was something that you guys continued to work on throughout.
Did we ever discuss Eldon's curse? Because I know witches, that's the functionality of them.
I believe that we did in the What's in the Box, but it hasn't.
But
we've only loosely unpacked the
Because I know they got
Echelon
updated, so.
reached out to you.
Yeah.
You did tell
With that dream.
the 3 of us about it, the dream.
Yeah, I have the visions and dreams.
Eldon's witch curse is visions.
Yeah.
Which,
Did that one get updated?
it's about this. It's the same.
Okay.
I think the only difference is it gave them a bonus to their initiative.
Ooh.
Which is very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, Eldon's got like a +6 initiative.
Holy shit, I have the least amount of HP and the lowest initiative.
Sucks to suck, I
God
guess.
damn.
You built the character.
I know.
But yeah,
I want to wait in your melee, have no health. Ooh.
Well, It's fine. Casey can't hit me.
Yeah, don't live forever.
Yeah. I have 6 first level spell slots.
What's your deck say?
I essentially have 23 AC almost whenever I need it. Because Casey doesn't roll that good.
Crit.
14 on
I do mean this.
14 on the die.
Just
Probably,
wait until next month when we have the new monster manual. Casey's going to wreck face with that thing.
He still has to roll over a 10.
Because of our recordings would be last month.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
You never know.
But no, this was a really fun episode, and I had a lot of fun, just like with all the role play, and we'll dial in your familiar's voice.
That's fine. Look, like I said, we've been trapped for a long time. Like I'm still kind of dialing
something
in
in my throat.
It could also have different affectations where it's the same like dialect but different like tone
Just
of it.
go full blown pate.
Just oh my!
No.
I love
Hello, Governor. What are we doing today?
That was something on my prep list that definitely fell through the cracks. I had even mentioned it when you were like, "Oh yeah, I got it familiar." I was like, "Oh great, fuck me," and then I completely forgot.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just I had thought about it. I said, "Nah, I don't want to be mean to Casey."
It makes sense too, because like I'm still kind of dialing in. Like I have Gheverax's voice, but I'm doing that on purpose. He hasn't talked to anybody but Drew, and most of that was in their heads.
Yeah.
So it's been in a long time. I mean, truly, even though it felt like not, there's that weird.
That
fucking
time is weird soup.
Yeah.
Time is a weird soup.
That is the name of this episode.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Time
No,
is
it
a
is.
weird soup. Calling it now.
Yep.
But yeah, it's so yeah. I mean, dial it in however it needs to be, and honestly, like they don't have to talk a lot, and there are definitely.
Look, there's currently 4 NPCs in this party. They won't be.
Yeah. That's fine.
Luckily, my NPC is a one that just shares through like physical touch and emotions.
Yeah.
And that's I think
I'm
most
not giving
of
Casey NPCs. You're welcome,
think-
buddy.
I appreciate you.
I think it's most of what it's going to be is like, you know, communicating not necessarily through words, because we have that bond. Like it's going to be more of like that feeling and directive, but not. I mean, conversations will definitely happen, and especially with the rest of the party. But between Gev and Drew, it's like, yeah, that's
Oh yeah, well,
more feeling.
We'll figure it out. We'll give him a personality that's not just Craig 2.0. But
That's so great. I can't wait for to consensually suck off Gev with his god powers.
nope.
And on that note,
That's a sentence. Well, we'll see how that one goes in the next episode.
on that note,
As we finally, hopefully, go to meet the Varia here soon.
Yes.
But we'll see you guys next time. We love you. Bye.
love you. Bye.
I'm gonna suck him off.